Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Tegar Mahesa, 7th semester English Education Department student in STK Al Maksum, Class B. Here I want to explain about speak act, turn taking, politeness, and code switching in discourse analysis, a segment from my point of view. Number one, definition of speak act. According to G.L. Austin, as discussed in the Routledge Handbook of Discourse Analysis, a speak act is not just saying something, but also doing something through language. Austin argues that when people speak, they perform action such as promising, ordering, apologizing, or requesting. Austin divides speak act into three levels. One, locutionary act, the act of produce a meaningful utterance. Two, illusionary act, the intent function of the utterance. Three, precautionary act, the effect the utterance has on the hearer. According to John Searle, explained in the Rutledge Handbook, the most important level is the delicatonary first, because this is where social meaning is created. Example, requesting, commanding, and warning. According to Charles Benjamin, in the Rhodes book, speak act only work if the meet felicity condition, meaning the social context must be approved when successful. A speak act can create social reality. Example, in everyday interaction, A, I promise I will submit the assessment tomorrow. And B, okay, I trust you. These examples show locution saying the sentence, illusion, make a promise, and perception, B feels reassured. The uterine function as a commissal speak act relation to discourse, power, and society. According to Wodak and Mayer, speak act are never neutral. In institutional discourse, like school, course, and politics, certain speakers have more authority to perform valid speak act. For example, a teacher can say you are suspended and it becomes reality, while a student cannot doing that. Number two, definition of turn taking. According to Harvey Sachs, Emmanuel Skegolf, and Gail Jefferson, as summarized in the Routledge Handbook of Discourse Analysis, turn taking is the system that organizes who speak, when, and for how long in interaction. They argue that conversation is not chaotic, it's follow one speaker at the time, transition relevance place, and minimal gaps and overlaps. According to Kleiman and Gill in the handbook, tone taking is a core object of conversation analysis because it reveals how interaction is socially organized. For example, in daily conversation, person A, what time does the class start? Person B say at 8 o'clock. A person A say, all right, thanks. These examples show clear turn boundaries, no interruption, and cooperative interaction. So in social meaning, turn taking is not just technical, it reflects identity and power in social relationship. Number three, definition of politeness. According to Brown and Levinson, discussed in the Routledge Handbook, politeness is a strategy to protect face, which consists of positive face, to desire to approve, and negative face, to desire for freedom from imposition. According to McCarley and Battery, speakers rarely disagree directly in everyday talk. Instead, they use hedges, indirectness, and mitigation. According to Cheng and Lams, prosody or intonation is also a politeness strategy. Raising intonation often signal friendliness and deference. For example, in everyday interaction, person A say, "Could you probably open the window?" Person B say, "Sure, no problem." This is a simple negative politeness strategy because there are introduction requests, modal verb could, and minimalist of imposition. And for more critical perspective, according to Wodak and Mayer, politeness can also function ideology. If subordinates are expected to be polite, powerful speaker can afford to be direct. From the expression above, politeness reflect power asymmetry in discourse. Number four, definition of code switching. According to John Gompers, as cited in the Ruslet's Handbook, code switching is the alternative between language or varieties within the same interaction, used to signal meaning, identity, or social relations. According to Ray Jack Kendorf, language is tied to cognitive meaning making. Code switching allows speakers to select the most meaningful conceptual resource available to them. According to Wodak and Mayer, language choice is ideological. Choosing one language over another can signal power, resistance, or belonging. For example, in daily bilingual interaction, a person A say, "I'm really tired today," and person B say, "Same here. There's too much homework." The switch emphasizing emotion and shared identity. So, uh, code switching is part of broader communication and is close to identity construction. For additional information, bilingual speakers use code switch strategically, not randomly. Code switching also include construction identity, signal group membership, and negotiative power relations. Okay, that's all I can say. I apologize if there are any mistake, and I will end with wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.